Rogers here, president of the Black Achievement Fund, and we are our New Kemet retreat and residential community. And yesterday we had a community camp out. We had an absolute ball, but the most pleasure I received was watching the young kids play out in nature. This is Drexel. Drexel, tell them what you did yesterday.
We ate some s'mores.
All right, and what else?
We also we also went on the community walk to see someone propose to somebody else.
Bam! We had an actual marriage proposal on the land yesterday, which was really really awesome, and we actually have the new bride to be. You want to say a few words? This is us live on our platform.
This land is just so beautiful. It's been peaceful. I've learned about birds, bugs. It's just been amazing. Saw a beautiful starry night. You don't get to see that in the city.
And how was
So,
your proposal?
oh my gosh, it was breathtaking, like a dream. Completely unexpected, but it was perfect.
All right, so we got our first marriage proposal and acceptance on our land, so that was really, really special. We were able to use the roses that are naturally growing on our land for the ceremony, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful setting. So, all of you out there who are thinking about proposing, getting married, that sort of thing, having weddings out here, they're going to come back and actually get married out here. So, the land is giving back as we are putting in. So I'm going to take you guys on a walk of the trail that I keep talking to you guys about. The last time I went live, I took you guys on a 1 mile part of the trail, which is also going to feature produce. But before we go, I'm going to take you to some of our fruit trees that are now starting to bud. The kids also forage for blackberries and which are in season right now and are absolutely delicious. We even have some growing on my tent. But the kids pretty much foraged all over here and took all of the edible blackberries. Yeah, they grew these. Yeah, they picked these clean. I don't see any more ripe blackberries, but it was absolutely amazing. And this is just another view of the land. We started pruning and manicuring some of our major fruit trees. What you see right in front of you, this is one of our cherry trees. And if you can see up close, you'll see cherries that are already budding on our cherry trees. So we are pruning the cherry trees 5 feet up, and we'll be putting metal flashing around them when they're about ripen, and putting fruit nets on the trees that we want to harvest for our land. Now we have so many of these trees that all of the wildlife will still have plenty, 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 plenty of food on the land. And one of the things that I want to point out to you all is look how lush all of this foliage. Look how healthy all of these trees are. And this is without any pesticides, any fertilizers, any nutrients from us. This is natural. This is another cherry tree here. And this is the black cherry variety of cherry trees. We have tons of plum trees as well. Let me show you some of the plums that are budding on our trees. Not this tree. I think it's this tree here. Nope. But you can see this right here is a muscadine grapevine. All right. And let me show you some of the grapes that are growing. You see these little pods? These are grapes. All right. And we have muscadines. I mean, just countless, countless muscadine vines. That's another plum tree here. And again, this is all right off of our 12-acre cleared part of our land. Now here, you can see the plums that are starting to form. And we have so far discovered 4 different varieties of plum trees. We have beach plums, American plums, European plums, Mexican plums. This right here is a persimmon tree, and we have countless persimmon trees out here. That tree there is another persimmon tree, and as you see, we've recently pruned this tree. So today I'm walking you along the second leg of our nature trail. And this trail is going to be lit, and it's also going to feature a lot of new plants and decorative flowers and things like that. And there are going to be different amenities all along each leg of the trail. So there'll be areas where there's a large community fire pit. There'll be areas where there are other glamping accommodation areas where there's a outdoor movie setup, areas where there may be an observation platform, an outdoor exercise facility. But we plan on incorporating as many different amenities that are health related, nature related. So this is a new area of the land that we just cleared out. And this is where the marriage proposal took place last night. I went live last night too when the kids were putting the s'mores over the fire. All of these are persimmon trees. All right, this is another area that we've recently cleared out. Y'all know how hot it is in Georgia in the heat of the summer. So all of you who've come before know, do not be out there during the daytime. But now we've cleared out all of these areas under where we have major trees so that during the day we have more shade spots. So we're in the process now of building seating benches all along here. We're also going to have some glamping platforms for people who want to rent some tents in other areas like this. What's up, everybody? We are in Toomsboro, Georgia. next Saturday, we are having a volunteer day on the land. And for all of you who will be coming out here to volunteer, you will be helping us to prune all of the trees that are along our nature trail. And again, we're right back on our cleared 12-acre grand lawn. Over there is another leg of the trail that I'll be taking you guys on another day. All right, peeps. All right. Y'all alive right now. That's some new Black Achievement Fund members and investors who are going to be working with us to further develop our glamping and our residential construction. So all of the trails lead back to our main grand lawn that you see here. So I don't want anyone to be afraid or intimidated about walking any leg of the trail. We're also going to have, as I mentioned, seating all throughout and eventually water fountains as well. But today we had elderly people out here, we had kids out here, and that included a 1-year-old barefoot. All along here, we were careful to leave things like our muscadine vines in place. These are all blueberry trees, and they're budding right now. More persimmon trees, prickly pear cactus. Look at this. This is the flower that comes from the prickly pear cactus. All of these are muscadine grapevines. Once again, muscadine grapevines. I want you guys to see the land now and see how we are slowly transforming this land into our own private paradise. We thinned out all of this land. More of the prickly pear cactus. So this will ultimately be an edible trail. In addition to all of the things that we're currently growing out here, we're going to add a bunch of more food plots. This area here, we're thinking about making an outdoor restaurant. And when you guys come, you'll see that we start labeling a lot of these plants, trees, shrubs, so that when you come, you'll know exactly what everything is, what their medicinal qualities are. This is a sumac, a winged sumac, and they produce some beautiful, beautiful flowers that Native Americans use for dyes. So we're going to be literally using this land to make us healthy, both literally and figuratively. Spiritually, I want people to be able to come out here, be in nature, walk the trail, and just forget about everything that's going on in these cities, everything that's going on in the world. Our goal here at the Black Achievement Fund is to focus on what we can do with our own capital. And we have the ability to buy land just like here and literally create our own private paradise. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look how beautiful. These are prickly pear cactus in full bloom on our land. More muscadine grapes. And you guys can look and see the grapes getting the form. So, Black Achievement Fund members, don't be afraid to come out here. We are out here full time right now. We have some of our members who have opted to leave the city and come and live on the land full time. And they're starting off in their bell tents, just like I'm out here. I've been living out here on this land for the past 2 weeks. And in doing so, one of the things that I'm learning is how much we waste. I literally take a bath in 2 gallons of water out here on this land. And then I think about how much water I use back in the city. I think about how much water I waste brushing my teeth back in the city, having the thing running. When you're out here, you immediately conform back to how we were when nature, we were still trying to carve out a place for ourselves in nature, respecting nature, and nature is giving us an abundance back. Like, I'm out here and I just shut up and not say anything and just absorb the noises from all the different animals. It's just calming. So this community is a retreat. It's meant to be therapeutic. It's meant to be healing. And it's meant to be fun. So the 23rd of this month, we have one of our members, Shayna Underwood, who is a fantastic Southern soul singer. She's released a new album, and she will be performing right here on our land May 23rd. More information is on our website, but it's Shayna Underwood. So we would love if you're in the Atlanta metro area to please come out and support her. You will have a great time and get to see our land firsthand. You'll also get to see the construction of the houses that we're building on Pharaoh's Row, the first subdivision in our community. And the part of the trail that I'm walking on with you guys is another mile. So we have 2 miles of trail cleared so far, and we still have tons of land to go. So we are super excited about where we are. Thankful for all of our members. If you are a member, please make sure that you are contributing your $9. That's what pays the bills and keeps this vision alive. If you aren't a member and just want to see us succeed, you can make a donation, donorbox.org/pyramid1, or go to our website at baf.solutions. But once again, people, we had all of these great communities back in the day. And the question becomes, why don't we rebuild them? Why don't we rebuild them? And it doesn't take a consortium of 50,000 people to build a community. You don't have to work with 10,000 people if you don't want to. You can start off just as the Black Achievement Fund has started off, by buying a small piece of land and developing that. But the key to this all is to be able to live according to our own worldview, be able to live in peace, be able to create communities like this that isn't all infrastructure, isn't all concrete. You know, I had my son out here this weekend, and one of the greatest joys is just watching him play in nature. You know, this morning, seeing him chase a butterfly, you know, watching him going and picking blackberries off of our land. Asked for a cup, I gave him a cup, and he came back with a cup full of blackberries. This weekend we had about 7 or 8 other kids out here, all varying ages, and just seeing them being 100% occupied with themselves, with the nature. There was no electronics, no cell phone, no tablet, no Apple Watch, none of that. And they all had the time of their lives. We made a fire, let the kids make s'mores, but just slowing things down so that we can make sense of where we are, where the world is going, so that we can step back and decide the direction that we want to go in, as opposed to accepting the direction that the world itself may be going in at any point in time. That's self-determination. I'm walking back to our camp from last night. what we're doing is real. We're not a flash in the pan. We're here for a long time, not a short time. And this is us. We've been so blessed, and things are coming together exactly as they should. We hit some obstacles, of course, with the development of the subdivision, with the construction of the first house, but we were able to correct all of them. And in the process, the knowledge that we gained has enabled us to move forward, less likely to face some of the same obstacles that we faced. And that experience is invaluable because now we know that we can go anywhere and replicate this. Just taking you guys back to camp. We still have some of our members here hanging out.
Shout out everybody.
What up, Sister Shay Free? We got Brother Kalanji here, our resident artist.
Cleaned up.
We getting cleaned up.
I just got white stuff. I gotta figure out where I got these
Asar,
marshmallows from.
say hi.
Marshmallows.
Hi.
And they're like vegetables.
Did you have fun yesterday? What kind of fruit did you pick yesterday?
Bubble.
Asar. Yeah, he's preoccupied. Drexel, I see you out here reading a book. What fruit did you pick yesterday?
Blackberries.
Were they delicious?
Yes.
How many did you pick?
If you have your,
Approximately.
you can hold the bubble.
Just three?
Daddy.
How many did you pick, Asar?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
All right, 11 of them. One of them picked the whole container.
Who picked the whole container?
Me.
Wow.
Tahir,
Tahir.
Tahir.
I at least picked 50 or 60.
How many did you eat?
6.
Okay.
Look at my bubbles. Whoa, that's a lot of bubbles.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will continue to update you all on our progress. We are starting the framing for the second house that we're building on Pharaoh's Row tomorrow. And we are starting the finishing of our sheetrock for the first house. So our goal is to be able to have the grand opening or housewarming for the first house by Juneteenth of this year. I want you guys to take note. Every single year, we are progressing profoundly, reaching major benchmarks. And we're not doing this with thousands of members. We're doing this with around 500 of monthly contributors, and we have about 3,500 members overall. But for those of you who aren't contributing your monthly contribution, please resume doing so. This is what keeps the movement going and progress coming. All right. For those of you who are interested in coming out and volunteering with us, we have a volunteer day next Saturday, May 9th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We will be leaving from the Kemet Club in East Point, or you can meet us on our land. There is an RSVP form for anyone who wants to come out so that we make sure that we have adequate food and refreshments for you. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is the next stage of our trail development. So I hope you all like what you saw, and I look forward to seeing you all eventually come by our new Kemet retreat. All right. So this week I'll keep you updated on the construction of the houses. So I'll send out another email with the blog update on that. Also, continue to share our videos, share our updates, and let people know about the Black Achievement Fund. And May 23rd, we have a major event. Sister Shayna Underwood will be performing live here on the land. So if you want to come out, get your tickets early and show your support for her. What else? All right, there's nothing else I can think of right now. I'm about to get back to work. See you guys soon. Love you guys. Peace.